This is the 2025 BMW XM, one of the BMW's most controversial aggressive SUV. Up front, you see the massive black kidney grills immediately grabs your attention, surrounded by an equally aggressive bump. The LED lighting is split into two different sections, giving the XM a futuristic face that look nothing like a traditional BMW SUV. Then look at those huge black and silver wheels filling the arches with red brake component, adding serious M-car attitude. Occasionally, I did go even further and add more carbon fiber to make it look more aggressive. The side, the black trim runs underneath the mirrors towards the rear, while the back seat gets sharp light, glossy black bumper, and four huge exhaust outlets. With the lights on, the grille gets illuminated. Now let's get inside. Inside, BMW mixes red leather with black material, aluminium details, and ambient lighting. The large digital display and style steering wheel immediately tells you this is not a normal BMW SUV. It's around 2.45 million yuan in China. You did expect the cabin to feel much more seriously premium. The steering wheel is large, packed with functions, including cruise control, phone function, different driving settings. The digital driver display shows the hybrid system fuel levels and active four-wheel drive. Where the XM get interesting, BMW has added hybrid technology not just to reduce the fuel consumption but also give the V8 instant electric assistance and even more performance. But let's be honest, this is a 4.4-liter twin turbo V8. If you're using all this performance regularly, fuel economy isn't going to be the strongest point. BMW plug-in hybrid figures can look impressive on the paper, but once the battery is depleted, the V8 still has to do the heavy lifting. At the moment, the car is showing only about 54 kilometers of remaining fuel range, and yes, this thing can drink fuel a lot. To get two red M buttons, allowing you to save your preferred driving setups and switch between them quickly. The driver can even control the front passenger seat from here, while the door gives you the two memory settings. It's a small detail, but exactly this kind of performance, this kind of convenience you did expect from a luxury SUV like this. The door combines red leather, aluminium, and ambient lighting, while Bowers and Wilkins speakers add another premium touch. Visually, I really like this interior, but here where I have a problem, there's still quite a bit of plastic around the cabin. For BMW XM X Series, at this price, I expected some of these areas to feel much more expensive. The design looked premium, but the material don't always match the price tag, and that's something BMW should improve in the future. Central screen controls navigation, climate, seats, and different vehicle settings. You can adjust the suspension, steering, and driving character depending on how you want the XM to behave. There are also comfort, eco, sports, sports plus style setting. So this isn't just an entertainment. screen. It's basically the control center for the entire SUV. And then there's xDrive. You can adjust the steering, suspension, and four-wheel drive behavior. That gives you much more control over how this huge SUV responds. BMW may have built a massive luxury SUV, but it still wants you to remember this is an M car. The center section mixes the carbon fiber, aluminium, and red leather. But once again, there's plenty of plastic, black, glossy one. Personally, I think BMW could have used better material here. Thankfully, BMW hasn't put absolutely everything into the touchscreen. Below the screen, you get the physical control for important function, and honestly, I prefer this. They're also heated and cooled cup holders, media controls, large rotary controllers. You can access traction control, cruise control, parking functions, and have different hybrid settings from here. The gear selector gives you the reverse, neutral, drive with manual plus and minus control. There's also hill control, descent for slower downhill driving. So there's a lot of technology here, but BMW has still given the driver plenty of physical buttons. Front passenger seats has plenty of adjustment, including forward, backward, and reclining control. And then these red leather seats with the BMW M detail definitely looks the part. They give the cabin a much more special feel. Moving into the rear, you get the same red leather ambient lighting premium speaker setup. There's also a center armrest with cup holders, and there's plenty of room for rear passenger. So despite all the M car aggression, the XM still works as a luxury SUV for passengers. Rear passengers get their own climate control. Both rear seats are heated. However, there's no cooling or massage. At this price, there's something I think BMW could have added. So you see the large panoramic roof stretches across the cabin surrounded by ambient lighting. Subscribe to CarPursuit, comment below if you like the car. See you next time.